Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another King of Fighters All-Star video. I hope you guys are doing really well. And this is going to be a beginner level guide where I'm going to talk about pretty much basic features of this game related to character development, how to combine your team, how to compose your team, how to fight against the boss, what type of dot you need, what type of striker you need, how to classify your characters, and each and everything guys related to this theme. And in my previous videos, I kind of showed that how to get characters in this game, how to awaken this game, and you can do this thing entirely for free. You can play this game entirely for free. You can get the character for free, and even you can level up the character to the maximum potential entirely for free, guys. This is why this game is one of the best F2P friendly game in my humble opinion, guys. So let's talk about different type of characters, and first topic is going to be different type of character types. And in this game there are three type of characters. First of all, this one is an attack type character, and you know this by this sign, that is a sign of a fist. This is known as attack type characters. And second type is going to be this one, a defense symbol. This one is the defense type character. And there is finally another type, which is this balance type character. Now what is the difference between these two characters? Well, that's a very complex question, because sometimes there are big differences. Sometimes the attack type characters are kind of highly damage dealing. However, in many cases we have seen defense type characters are also becoming kind of high damage dealing characters. So it totally depends on the character, but overall, if you get if you have an attack type character, know that this character is by default having a very high attack stat, and as a result low amount of HP and less defense stats. And of course the defense type characters are going to have high defense stats, and they're going to be kind of a survivor, and comparatively to the attack type characters, they are usually going to do less damage. Once again, these statements can be debatable. And once again, there we have these balance type characters. They are having kind of each and every stats in a balanced situation, so they are having the best of the both worlds. But once again, none of the type is necessarily the best type. Once again, it depends on different type of characters, because different characters function in different ways. Now next thing that I'm going to talk about in order to explain more about the characters is going to be different colors. And let me take you to the character profile once again. And if you tap on here, you'll see that in the filter you can see purple, blue, red, green, yellow. These are the different colors, and all the characters in this game are kind of divided into these colors. For example, this one is a red element character. Maki, this one is also a red element character. These two are yellow element character, and you can usually understand by looking at their colors. This is the place where the color is going to be displayed. And this is the purple color, this is yellow color, this is blue color, and also there is a green color. Now what is the relationship between these colors? So now you understand that there are different type of colors in this game. Now what is the role of this color and how it works? And to make you understand, I need to take you to the story stage and show you the color tree. Wait a minute, let me just get into any story, and you can see this element tree. This is basically how the color is going to work in this game. You can see that this, of course I'm going to probably put a bigger picture in the screen. This red color is going to do more damage comparatively to any other colors than green colors. Red element colors will always do more damage to green colors, and in the same way green color is going to do more damage to yellow color. Yellow color is going to do more damage to purple color, and purple is going to do more damage to blue color, and blue is going to do more damage to red color. Let's just say a red fighter is trying to defeat a blue enemy. Then the red fighter is going to get disadvantage. He is going to do less damage, and blue character is going to take less damage. The blue character, on the other hand, is going to get a color advantage. That means the blue character is going to do more damage and the blue character is going to win. I mean, the color advantage probably you understood already now. This is how the color is going to work, and you need to worry about this thing especially because there is a special event known as Age Challenge. And in this Age Challenge, the boss has certain colors. As you can see, there are these element colors, and you have to play this game mode according to this color. For example, if the boss is green, then try to attack the boss with yellow color. If the boss's color is purple, try to attack the boss with yellow color. If the boss's color is blue, then try to use red character or try to defeat the boss with red character. In that way, you will get the advantage. So that means what? That means in this game, if you want to be really strong, you have to have strong characters in each and every color. You have to have a strong red team, you have to have a strong blue team, green team, yellow team, purple team, and so on and so forth. And there is a lot of things in the about the colors, because if I take you to the plugin plant, for example, Transcendence Dungeon and plugin plant, the most useful place for the colors is this, because in this game mode, for example, in yellow earth, let me show you. In yellow, you have to have all yellow characters. If you want to fight, you have to have all yellow characters. No other character can participate. And if you want to check, you'll see that only yellow characters are available to be selected. And guys, this is one of the important game modes that will make your character really strong, because you can farm plugin, and a plugin are going to make your character strong, increase your damage numbers and different type of abilities. So long story in short, you have to do well in the plugin plant, and you have to do well in this Age Challenge, because it will give you 3000 rupees whenever it comes. And in order to do that, you have to have strong colored in each and every colored. Now let's talk about the next topic, and the next topic is going to be the attacker versus support versus striker. What is even that? And this thing applies in the guild raid. And let me take you to the guild and show you my guild team, and I will show you that what I am talking about. So in this, for example, let me go to Inferno, and this is a team. As you can see, the first character, Psyche, he is a damage dealer. So he is always on the leader position, and usually we use different type of support characters like this. This character Kazmi is a support. This character Maki is also a support. And these are the striker that we are using as in this place. There are 3 different strikers. Different type of support has different type of abilities. Different type of damage dealer has different abilities. We'll probably talk about these things in some other videos, because each and every character are different. Each and every support is kind of different whenever it is about applying their mechanism. And also recently they have kind of added a lot of mechanism in the strikers. And recently I'm kind of publishing videos on the strikers, so probably you can follow and learn those things. But basically the support characters are going to do what? They are going to decrease the boss's or enemy's defense. They're going to increase the damage received, these sort of things. Or some support are going to increase the critical rate, critical damage of the main damage dealer. There is not much need of HP healing in this game, to be honest. Of course, there are certain game modes where you will need a little bit of HP healing, but in the competitive game modes like guild, for example, different type of guilds, you don't need any sort of HP healing. But definitely for the high damage numbers, you would like to have supports, and you would like to have damage dealers. Now there are different type of damage dealers in my account. For example, these 2 characters, both of them are support. These 3 characters, all of them are support. This one is a damage dealer, and for example, this Kyo is a damage dealer. This Ash is a damage dealer. Now who is which character is a damage dealer, which character is a support character? to know that thing, you have to keep a sharp eye on the regular updates where different type of YouTubers are kind of talking about different type of characters. They're reviewing the characters. I also review each and every banner when each and every banner comes. So feel free to check out those videos where I'm going to indicate that which is going to be the support character, which is going to be the damage dealer. So you can make up your mind and decide which character you should pull. So that was the thing about support and different type of attack characters and also strikers. Also very important. We talked about colors already. Now let's talk about dot types. What is dot and why you even need it? You will need dot in not really too many places, but basically in this guild. In this guild you will need dot. And what is dot? Basically dot is known as damage over time. That means it is a kind of an elemental effect that if you apply to the boss, it will do some extra damage. Just try to understand in this basic way. And probably if you already understand if you have played different type of games. Now in this guild, there are different type of required dots. For example, in this Inferno mode, you see that vulnerability weakness, increased damage received when vulnerable, chilled, shocked. The boss's meter is going to be weak when you apply either chill or shock dot or both. If you apply both of them, it is also going to work in a better way. However, if you apply one of them, still it is going to work, but not as good as when you apply both of them. So this is the thing that you have to apply. And that's why you need to use different type of supports. Some supports has dots, some striker has some dots. This is why you need to use different type of strikers and supports, because the damage dealer is going to do simply the damage. He might not have the required dot. For example, in this team, I need chill dot. Kazmi is having the chill dot. This damage dealer is not having any dot. But guess what? We can use Kazmi's dot, break the boss's meter, and do the damage with the damage dealer by tagging in and tagging out. And different type of gameplays I have already published. You guys probably understand what I mean. In the same way, this lunatic has a different dot requirement that is known as shock. This expert has a different dot requirement. It's a poison. Hard has a different dot requirement. Starlight. Normal is bleeding. Easy is shocked. So there is quite a bunch of dots, as you can see. We can see shock, chill. We can see this one is poison. We can see starlight, also bleeding. Also there are a darkness dot. So there are in total 6 dots, 6 type of dots. And you might to be honest, at some point the role of the dot in this game was kind of really high, and people were kind of prioritizing their characters based on dots. But nowadays dots are kind of less relevant because there are many strikers. There is a lot of characters in the game. There's a different type of strikers, different abilities, and people can actually ignore. However, if you are kind of a new player and you don't really have different type of characters, then probably you should be focusing on the dot. Look at this. There are different type of dots that you can select from here. Shock, chill, burn, darkness, poison, bleed, starlight, dot explosion, physical. There is a lot of things going on. Physical you can ignore because these days they are not really releasing anything about physical. Dot explosion is also kind of outdated, but this starlight, bleed, poison, darkness, burn, chill, shock, these are type of dots that you might need actually to face different type of bosses. And I have kind of showed Geese Howard as an example. However, this boss is going to be changed each and every week. There is another boss that is Rugal. Rugal will need usually bleeding, poison, starlight, this sort of dot in different type of tires. So that's the role of dot. And now let's talk about another important thing, and that is going to be stats. What type of stats you should develop and why you should develop. Let me take you to one of the fighter. Let me take you to Psyche, for example, and if you go to profile, you see these stat details. There are different type of stats. Now let me talk about each and every stats one by one. HP is not really a very important stat in this game. You can totally ignore it. Attack is To be honest, the most important stat in this game, they have kind of introduced many stats to make better effects rather than attack. But guess what? Until now, attack is the most important stat, and this is totally related on the damage dealing or DPS. Defense, as usually, is going to work on defense. Defense is not too much important in this game. However, if there are defense type characters, usually the defense type characters can convert defense into attack. In that cases, defense might be important. Penetration is something that you should take care after taking care of many other things, because it is kind of less important. There are more other things that you need to worry about. For example, momentum over power. What are these two things? These are basically, momentum is attack, over power is defense. Just try to understand in this way that in certain game modes, momentum is going to work as attack and overpower is going to work as defense. Remember guys, I talked about AG challenge where you need to use different type of colors in order to do the damage to the boss. In that game mode, you need to have high momentum to do the damage to the boss, and to save yourself from the damage of the boss, you need to have high amount of overpower. So these are the two things only particularly for AG challenge. These two dots are not going to work elsewhere. Now another very much important dot is going to be critical rate. Critical rate and critical damage. I think after attack, these are the two most valuable effect in this game. If you are willing to increase the damage number and the DPS of your characters, always try to increase critical rate and critical damage. Critical hit resist, however, is a different thing. It's a kind of a defensive mechanism against bosses critical hit. You don't have to worry about this too much at all. Critical damage resist, you can also totally ignore. Phantom attack and phantom defense, they look like kind of big words, but to be honest, they don't really have too much usability in this game. We kind of tried to use phantom attack, but guess what? This attack is always the superior. This attack, this critical rate and this critical damage is always superior than any other effect. Phantom penetration, same, useless. Guard penetration, guard defense, you don't have to worry about these things. So basically, only couple of stats that you need to worry about. Critical damage rate, critical rate, overpower, momentum, only for one single game mode, and attack, and of course a little bit of defense. However, the role of HP is these days kind of a little bit relevant, because if you talk about plugin plant, I kind of showed you before that you need to farm really high quality plugins in order to make your characters really strong, and in those plugin plans HP kind of plays an important role because the enemy is kind of really strong. In other game modes you don't really have to worry about HP at all. So these are the basic things that you probably need to know about when starting this game as a new player, and probably you are thinking about which character to pull, which character you should avoid, and which are the things that you need to work on. Please let me know in the comments that if you have any questions or anything you feel confused about, let me know in the comment. I would be more than happy to make a video on that and explain this thing in details, because I have been playing this game for a very long time and I kind of understand most of the things in this game. So let me know what you think, and I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.